Texas, home of the Baylor Bears and McLean Stadium. Boats lining the brasses as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's coming. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bears offense will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot.
Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bears will hustle to the line. Dialing up a second down pass play. Steps away. Short gain on the play before he slides. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Bears have it with a first and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Red Raiders offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
And it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
They'll throw it on first down. He looks that one in nicely. At the 40, there he goes. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Looking to move it through the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes a connection. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He caught it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy...
Oh, wow.
Pass is intercepted.
Give me that.
And
Holy cow, that was dope. Put on the board, put it in the reel, put it everywhere.
That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
Wow.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Coming out with it, it's Cummings. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players,
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback. And they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
They're trying to get to it. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll try the left side. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll leave it with him. Pirouettes through. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Coffee. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Red Raiders are on the move. They'll throw it on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll pull it down and run. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Looking to scramble. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss.
He hurt.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you.
The real.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
Real Acme Anvil? Is that what it says? What up, man?
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He wants to go deep.
Oh.
And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
McNick
seems like a freaking
long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
And the Bears want to pick up the tempo.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still running at the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They'll run play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. They'll try to run for it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Bears will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
It's complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. And he's brought down after a huge completion. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. Unleashes one deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Freak.
To the air on 1st down.
Oh.
Got his man downfield.
Nice.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Bears are in the hurry-up.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not...
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll
What a
take
beast
it to the
on
house. Touchdown,
What do you
Baylor!
think?
What a nice touchdown run. And this is a
You said we're going to
It's
score.
got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease. And then the wide receivers start to kick in. And the running back, he handles the rest.
Said
Nice touchdown run.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Looking to go up top on first down. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Gets open down the middle. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Right down the boulevard. It's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. North Texas handled its business away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Gonzalez. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. pulls and fires
You
complete.
missed the block.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Off play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll send out the kicker here. Just drives it between the uprights. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting...
Hell yeah.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. The 10. And he will roll into the end zone.
I don't know who you are, but Picky. He hit that greedy.
Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's coming. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Fires left. Wide open downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
He's got it at the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Encroachment. Defense. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. That should be the final play of the first half. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting points on the board before the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
He'll bring it out. It's Gonzalez. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for space. It's Agnew. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Makes the grab, and they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. He's going to pass on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Red Raiders decide to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete. The Bears in the hurry up. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Flushed out of the pocket. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides.
Yeah.
And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines. Stands on the result of the play. Offense gets set for second down.
How'd the weekend go?
He's looking to throw.
What the freak?
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. He finds his man. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to snap it quickly.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They're going to throw it again. Looking to buy time. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out.
It was good.
Nickel player he's got,
For some reason, I just
subs
get
in, is
dog
good
ass
in
tired
coverage.
on
He's also
Saturdays.
aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the
I don't know
quarterback.
if the week
There's a lot
catches
of
up to
different
me.
tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right
With the
there in that
kids.
nickel package now setting up fourth and one.
They'll snap this one to
I don't
start
know.
the drive from their own
It's
22.
weird.
He
I don't
wants
think
to
I'm getting
throw.
too old.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And now to try to put things in motion
If
on
I score
second
again,
and
I'm
long
just
from the 15. He's looking to throw. On target. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. I know there's pressure, especially in this area of the field, to get to the quarterback, but you can't give up a first and goal there. Looking for a crease. It's Coffee. He's got it
Yeah,
down
I
the
haven't done
1-yard
a
line
recruiting
right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
segment for Premier this season.
Really good back. You can depend on. You
They
can give him
we're
the
in week
football. He's
6.
gonna hit a
There's
little
a lot of
crease and
commitments.
just lower his shoulder.
And I need to do a whole bunch of.
Touchdown, Red Raiders.
I had the quarterback
They
graphic
got the
done
lead,
last
trying
weekend,
to
I
put
think.
this one in a hammerlock here in week
Didn't
10.
ever do the.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Tennessee left little doubt.
So I got to do that.
You know,
soon.
this version of the Volunteers
just
can hang
probably-
with
maybe
any
tomorrow,
of the
maybe
teams of
Tuesday.
the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 on route to
Spring
a
ball is
national
about
title
spring. Our
back in
spring football is
1998.
about to
The circle
start.
of life in college football, where one team moves on.
We got
feeling
mock
like kings,
mock practice
and the other
Tuesday,
heads
and we
home
start Wednesday,
licking
Thursday,
its
Friday.
wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Bears moving quickly to the line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Unloads to the wideout. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception.
Give me
That's why
that.
as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
What's
And
crazy
he's brought
is
down
our
after a nice game.
Wi-Fi down
You
at
ain't
the
getting by all
facility
these
is
guys right up the middle unless you're
all
offensive
cut, so
line
my
and
huddle
your tight ends
camera,
and everybody is putting in the
I
work
gotta
up
have
front, committing
people
to blocking.
filming
Running back
instead
does a
of
great job finding the
predominantly
hole,
that
exploding
camera,
through. How about that nice
because it
big,
runs on
huge
Wi-Fi
gain
or the
from the OC?
internet down
Let's
there.
call that one again.
You know, it's so important
So
for
that's gonna
offense
be,
to want to keep third downs manageable. The
interesting.
way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got his man. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
I got a lot of manpower though. I got a whole bunch of people that wanted to help out, so I got enough cameras to outfit about
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
4, 5, 6 of them, so that should be fun.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air.
I missed.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Looking for room at the 30. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the stomping has commenced. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. About to kick it
Mel,
off.
I had a crazy pick. See if it's in the clips. See if it clipped it right.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their
It was a
own 25.
ridiculous pick.
Baylor has it back, and here
Pick
comes
six.
the Bear offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David.
It should be in my
short
clips. If not, I'll
memory.
grab it
Just
and
forget
put it
that
in.
last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback moving. Gonna try to get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Come on.
The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Tip ball put up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Line getting set on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Floating away. Trying to escape and get it himself. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
These guys aren't spies. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll run it from the gun. Finds a crease at the 20.
There's got to be holding.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense is matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Nice move to stay on his feet. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Bears are threatening on 1st and goal.
Get set, get set.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop. And you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the punishment has been extended. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. And the extra point splits the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've
nothing but green ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wideout in motion. Wants to go up top. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from. You try to.
And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yo, thanks for the like, ref side. What up, dude? Appreciate ya. Call it a night, my guy.